Hi everybody, welcome to GameGorgon. My name is Krug.
I'm Indigo.
Today we're here to talk to you about the mechanic.
Why did you start quiet and then just progressively get...
Today we're here to talk to you about the mechanic, the guy who's going to extort you for money by telling you that your fuel filter is dirty.
Only if you're, evil or chaotic evil. It is a technological based class. So it's all about building, creating, and manipulating physical things within the world. I can't think of a very good correlation between a mechanic and something in a fantasy game.
Maybe like a necromancer, like a summoner, maybe?
No.
No?
No.
All right, after you reach the end of the video, why don't you go down to the comments and let us know what class from another RPG most closely resembles the mechanic.
And you can't say, the mechanic from a,
Cheater.
You're going to start with 6 health,
okay,
and you're going to have 6 plus your Constitution modifier for stamina.
Nice.
Right in the middle of the road for health. It's not crazy and it's not low. Skill points are a little bit lower on the scale. It's a 4 plus your intelligence modifier. Intelligence is your key modifier.
Okay.
So by having higher intelligence is going to give you more skill points to spend as you play. Dexterity is your second because you're usually going to be shooting versus being a melee character. Now it is completely possible to be a melee character, you just kind of have more advantages with range.
And it makes sense, thematically, the mechanic is somebody that needs to have, fine motor skills to manipulate all the little things, and they're smart because they can do that.
You gain the following proficiencies.
Light armor.
Basic melee weapons.
Grenades.
Small arms.
Your strongest saves are going to be your fortitude and your reflex saves.
Now we're going to go ahead and go into the abilities and the things that really make this class unique and different. At level 1, you're going to get artificial intelligence, which is a unique AI that you have created and only you know how to use. Basically, if for some reason someone else gets this AI, they can't make it work. It's also not self-aware, so it's not like it's got its own personality or it's yet. Now, it does take the form of 2 different options, and this is very important because this really projects how your class moves forward, which is it can either be a drone or basically an intelligence in your brain.
So when you say drone, do you mean quadricopter buzzing around you, or quadruped walking next to you, or does it matter?
The art that it uses is a quadricopter that's flying around. Theoretically, it is just
it's a skin.
It's a skin.
So you can flavor it however you want.
Exactly. Mind you, there are, based off of your level, there are different abilities that the drone and or the AI get.
Yeah.
As you level up,
But if you want it to be a dog, and then when it flies, it shoots jetpacks out of its shoulders and then goes.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Absolutely.
That is probably one of the coolest things about the class. Just the ability to customize that companion.
It's great because they're depending on how you want to do it, it can be a combative item. And what's great is if it dies or if it gets attacked or taken or whatever the deal is, you can in fact rebuild it, so it's not like you're going to permanently or ever lose that thing.
Sure.
As for the AI that's in your brain, it basically prevents people from accessing your brain via mechanical means. They can't extract.
It's like countermeasures.
Yeah, exactly.
I dig that.
As you level up, you're going to gain additional features. We could go over almost an entire episode just on a drone or just on the AI in your brain. There's so much other things that you get as a mechanic that this would it would make this our notes.
Even removing those things from what we're talking about, we still have 4 pages of notes.
Exactly.
Which is a high number. That's really out of context for you guys. No, it's not. You can just go to QueueTimes.com and look at our notes. At first level, you also get Bypass, which gives you a +1 insight bonus to computers and engineering. You also increase that bonus at 5th level and every 4 levels thereafter, and at level 20, by 1. You increase the bonus by 1. I forgot to say that part.
Also at level 1, you're going to get a custom rig, which is pretty awesome. It is...
You're gonna get a gaming computer?
Kind of. You get a custom item that you can either hold or goes into your arm or hand or eyes or whatever, but does not take up that slot.
Nice.
And you are treated to always have an item to make computer or engineering checks.
It's literally just for flavor. You can decide whatever you wanted it to be, and then use it, and then just describe based on the choices you made how it works, but the crux of it is that you have the tool.
Now your custom rig is going to get an improvement on 7th, 13th, and 19th level.
Nice.
It's going to overall improve the quality of item in which you're considered to have.
Okay.
But each one of them also has its own flavor and its own like addition to your rig as well.
At level 7, you get Expert Rig. Your custom rig has improved. Whenever you use your custom rig to successfully hack into a computer, you can also disable one countermeasure installed in the system. In addition, your custom rig can now be used as any engineering or hacking specialty kit of item level 6 or lower. And it has the features of a computer with a tier equal to half your level, with the Artificial Personality, Hardened, or Security 1 upgrade module. It also has an audio-visual recorder. You can add extra modules or countermeasures to your custom rig at normal prices. You can also use your custom rig to countermeasure over an encrypted channel with your ship, allowing you to access your ship's download datasets and transponder at a range of 5 miles. If you have a drone, you can issue commands to or directly control your drone at the same range. That was a lot of very complicated stuff.
At 13th level, the range in which you can communicate with your ship increases, and the other one is planet-wide, so you can be a planet's distance away from your ship and still be able to communicate with it. It makes your custom rig kind of cool. Thinking about of like how I would want to play an engineer when I was writing all these notes, and I was like, oh, clearly I'm gonna have like a risk response, like, you know, like almost like Predator-esque computer do that, you know?
I watched a show called Inspector Gadget when I was little.
For sure.
And this like absolutely reminds me of Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, I literally was thinking about like, oh, you can just take your finger off and
At second level, you're going to get your first mechanics trick. You're going to get a new mechanics trick every even level after second, and then, you know, you can start picking from the higher tier ones as you get to those levels. Just like with every other class in existence, we are not going over every single feat. There is a ton of them. This video is already long enough as it is, and you wouldn't watch the whole thing. If you want to see a separate video on these things, let us know down in the comments, and we will absolutely do that for you. You just gotta tell us loudly. Don't type it on caps. That's a douche thing to do.
So one of the options is distracting hack. You can hack a computer within 30 feet of a foe to distract that foe. Such as with a sudden noise or an image, you must be able to access the computer, whether it is your own computer or you are within range to access one manually or via remote hack. This functions as a feint action, except that it uses your computer skill instead of bluff. You can apply this benefit of improved feint and greater feint if you have them. When I read this, I immediately think of two things, either a computer in the background going, wah, or like someone just like porn. Well, because and I think that that's kind of how they say it, like while being able to publish the book, and be like, or an image.
Examples here. No.
Nope.
Another example would be overclocking, which is another second level trick. You have augmented the performance of your AI for maximum response timing. You get a +2 insight bonus to initiative checks, and either you, if you have an exocortex, or your drone, if you have a drone, gains a +2 insight bonus to reflex saves.
You see that the decision you make at first level is having benefits or consequences based off of how you want to play your character later on. At third level, you're going to get overload, which in a simple way of saying it, you basically can overload a single, like an electronic device for one round.
Okay.
That includes weapons and armor, as well as computers and other things.
Nice.
Mind you, if you do it to a weapon or armor, the person does have a saving throw that they can attempt to prevent you from overloading it.
What's the saving throw?
It's a reflex save.
Oh, I see. You're like pulling it away from the beam of overload juice.
Like, no, it's behind my back. The wireless frequency is not strong enough for you to break it. You know, like just something stupid.
That's
like,
not how internet security works.
No.
Do not try this at home.
Overload is very, very similar to all of your other abilities, basically, as this class. It improves on later levels. This time it improves at 9th and 19th with Override and Ghost in the Machine.
Override at 9th level, your Overload class feature now affects androids, drones, robots, and creatures with the technological subtype, which must succeed a will save or be dazed for 1 round. At 19th level with Ghost in the Machine, when using your Override class feature, a target that fails its saving throw by any amount is not dazed, and you can instead dictate its actions for the next round. These actions can't be obviously self-destructive. If your GM hasn't read the book carefully enough, you can ignore that last sentence of the level 19 improvement and have things jump off cliffs.
At 5th level, you're going to get remote hack, which basically allows you to now hack things at a distance. There's a lot more text to it, but it's just basically you can hack things at a distance.
And that's the important part, because that's really strong. At 7th level, you get Miracle Worker, which is a coincidence, because that's what people call me all the time. As a move action, you can repair damage to a starship's systems, or modify a suit of armor or weapon to function more efficiently. If you use this on a suit of armor, the armor gets a +2 enhancement bonus to its EAC and KAC for 1 minute. If you use this on a weapon, it receives a +2 enhancement bonus to its attack and damage rolls for 1 minute. If you use this on a damaged ship, you restore a number of hull points equal to the starship's base frame HP increment.
At level 13th, you're going to get Coordinated Assault. If you have a drone and you both attack the same thing at the same time, you get a +1 bonus to that. Now, if you have an Exocortex instead, if you and your Exocortex are hacking into a system at the same time, you get a +1 bonus. And then that bonus increase is at level 17 for the drone or the Exocortex.
At 17th level, you get Control Net.
The thing that every 4chan person thinks that they can do.
Yep, please don't come after us. Control Net basically allows you to get the best of both worlds. A theme for high level or like capstone or close to capstone abilities is that they remove one of your class's big weaknesses. In D&D, the monk, when you start an encounter with no key points, you gain 4 key points. That's kind of what this is. Like, oh, you made one choice? Well, now you can work with the other choice. You're not fully compensating for the shortcoming, but it's like just a little bit of like, just love in that area.
The fact is that with this, while you do get your Exocortex and your drone, you still have to split your mechanic levels amongst the two of them.
That's the drawback, is you can have like a strong one and a weak one, or 2 meh ones, because you're a really high level, they're gonna be, if you divide your level evenly, half your level. That's, you know, something you really have to consider if that's what you want to do. But you can change it as on the fly as you go. Not on the fly like in combat, but like it takes 24 hours of you working on it, and then you can shift the levels around as you see fit. I think it's really cool. I think it's really versatile, and like just another trick that the mechanic has up his sleeve.
Well, and depending on the situation you're going into, sometimes having an AI is not the beneficial of the situation.
Yeah, if you're
having a drone that's able to, you know, film and go around the corner is more beneficial for you. I'm gonna build this specific thing for this specific event, you know, and it kind of allows you to prep your character for what you're about to come across. At level 20, you're going to get the Attack Master!
The Master Nerd!
Which basically means you can spend a resolve point to make items, which is actually kind of cool. It's a weird one for the 20th level. You're like, I'm gonna spend a resolve point and make a small arms, or I'm gonna make some armor. And then it does take time based off of the level in which you're trying to build.
Yeah, I think 17 was really strong.
Yes.
I think they gave you your capstone at level 17, and then at level 20 they were like,
Flavor?
Flavor?
If you want to be the person that makes items, that could have theoretically been something that your class could have either chosen to spec into or maybe taken some feats into. I just think it's super weird for 20th level.
Hitting the 20 power spike is such like a ta-da moment, because that's your last one. You don't want it to be like, and this is strong in a sense. It's not weak by any means.
No, this should be like, you can improve anything that you hold in your hand. You somehow know how to make everything you touch work better.
What do you think of the mechanic? Let us know down in the comments. While you're down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then take your wrench to our bell icon. Don't hit your monitor with a wrench. I just thought some people might take that out of context. Just click it with your mouse.
I don't think anyone's going to literally do that. Do you think someone that has gone onto YouTube, watched this video thus far, is going to legitimately take a wrench and just smash the like button?
Yes.
And if they do, they should film it.
After you're done with all that, not all of it, after you're done with some of that, head over to Twitter and talk to us on there. You can talk to me at QueueTimes.
You can talk to me on Twitter at IndigoQT, or you can talk to both of us at all of the following social medias down below. Come and join them and talk to us. We enjoy having conversations with you. Until next time, we've been GameGorgon.